Hello and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College news magazine to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might better serve you. Today on the program we have Adan Suarez, who is the director of the High School Equivalency Program, HEP, at CBC, and he'll be talking about the program, and one of his students is here today too, Mac Quiroga, who has just finished and has his GED now. And then finally we'll be talking with Alice Schlegel, the Director of Student Success and Engagement at CBC, and we'll be talking about the 55th Annual Commencement Ceremonies at Columbia Basin College. But first, Adan Suarez. And Adan, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
For people that don't know what HEP, or the High School Equivalency Program, is, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, the High School Equivalency Program is a federally funded program that is funded under the Department of Education in the Office of Migrant Education, and it serves migrant and seasonal farm workers and helping them obtain their GED, which is a General Education Development Certificate. In addition, we help them place in a post-secondary education setting, a training program, a career position, or the military. Okay, and are there any requirements other than being from a migrant farm family? Well, yes. I'd like to clarify, it is the immediate family member or themselves need to have worked in the production of agriculture a minimum of 75 days in the previous 2 years. And they also need to be 16 years of age minimum or older. And if it's between 16 and 19, they need to provide an age waiver from the local high school.
Adan, now, how long has the program been at CBC, and what changes in your 10 years at CBC have you seen in the program and in the people that are seeking their GEDs?
Well, the program has existed at Columbia Basin College since 2000, so we've already reached our 10 years, and we've been funded for another 5 years. And the changes that we've seen is growth. Although we serve the same amount of students annually, we tend to see an increase of GED recipients come out of our program. And I think that's various reasons. We've modified our curriculum, our schedules have increased in hours over the years. And more importantly, I think we've helped change the culture from a farm working culture to a more of a can-do culture, education potential students.
Mm-hmm. Now, what happens after your students get their GED?
Well, as I said, we try to get them to continue their education or training, career position, or the military. And so most of our students tend to go into either the work setting or continue their education at CBC. We do serve a lot of monolingual Spanish-speaking students, so they tend to go into English classes, ESL, English as a second language, and then they continue on to a certificated program. It could be the nursing assistant certification, phlebotomy, welding, automotive technology, etc.
Now, are the HEP classes taught in English or Spanish?
Great question. They're taught in both.
Wow.
We have classes in the AM and we have classes in the PM. Although we teach them both, we do have only English classes in the evening.
Okay. And so what's the enrollment process? How do they sign up?
Well, they just submit an application, provide the work documentation, their history. In addition, they set up a testing time to test into the program. And then if they qualify, we follow up with a phone call or a letter indicating that they are accepted into the program, and then we interview them. And lastly, they have to do an orientation, a 3-day mandatory orientation.
Great. Adan, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And you can learn more about it on our website at columbiabasin.edu/HEP, or call the phone number on your screen. And we'll be back with more after this. And welcome back. And now we have with us one of the most recent HEP graduates and GED graduate, and that is Madaleno Quiroga, who likes to be called Mac. And Mac, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and start with your family and so forth.
Well, we originally come from Texas. Ever since I can remember when we were 8, 9 years old, we've been working out in the fields before and after school. By the age of 15, we moved up here for work, and we've been doing that ever since. According to my father, work comes first, school came second. So.
So why did you enroll in the HEP program?
I enrolled in the HEP program for my children. I got 2 children, and they look up to me, and they ask me why I didn't graduate from high school, and I have no answer. So I want to set an example for them, have them look up to me and show them that if I could do it, so can they.
What was your experience like in the HEP GED classes?
It was great, especially with the instructors like Miguel Saldaña and Tina Perez. They're just great instructors. They help you step by step. They really give you inspiration to finish and continue after you get your GED.
Well, it must, not just for you, but for a lot of people, to get their GED. It's probably been a long time since you have been in school, so you've probably forgotten a lot of things.
Oh yes, yes. It's been years. It's been around 13 years since I was back in high school, and it's kind of hard. But with those instructors like that, they help you step by step, and everything just starts clicking, and you get everything pretty quick.
Congratulations on your GED. What do you plan on doing now, or what are you doing right now?
Well, right now, as soon as I got my GED, I enrolled into CBC. Right now, I started in April, and I'm currently taking English 101, speech essentials, and math.
And what's your plans after college?
I'm going to have 2 years here in CBC. Then I'm going to do a transfer degree to WSU Tri-Cities, and I want to get into the nursing program and then branch out from there, see what doors open for me.
What would you say to those people that are out there and eligible for the HEP program but say they just don't want to take the time to do it?
It will be a mistake if they don't take the time to do it. HEP helped me out a lot, opened up so many doors. It's easy. It doesn't take too much time out of your day. 3 hours for school, and you will get so much more back in return for those few hours that you take Monday through Thursday.
Fantastic. Well, you're quite an inspiration to everybody, Mac, so we want to thank you for joining us on the show, and good luck in your education and future endeavors.
Thank you.
Well, it's getting about that time of the year when spring comes, and then summer, and then comes graduation. And we'll be back to talk about this year's graduation at Columbia Basin College right after this.
An Associate of Arts and Science degree from Columbia Basin College is a great foundation for students who wish to major in English, education, the arts, or communications. Today's employers seek applicants within these fields because they have good reasoning skills. They're adaptable and can write and communicate effectively. So no matter where you go from here, you'll have the tools you need to succeed.
Well, it's not that far away. June 17th, the 55th commencement exercises at Columbia Basin College. It's graduation. With us to talk about that is the Director for Student Success and Engagement at CBC, Alice Schlegel. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Give us some of the details on the big day this year.
Oh, we have a wonderful ceremony planned. It's going to be June 17th, Friday, at the Toyota Center in Kennewick.
What do the students need to be doing between now and then, the graduates that is?
The graduates need to apply for graduation. So if they haven't applied, May 12th is actually the date that they need to apply by. And if they miss that deadline, there is a little bit of a grace period. So don't be too worried. You've got about a week of a grace period to apply for graduation.
Okay, fantastic. Now, this will be the first year that CBC graduates an actual bachelor's degree program, too.
Yeah, that's very exciting. We're thrilled to have our bachelor students graduating this year. They're actually going to be hooded during the ceremony, and Dave Lemack, our director for the program, the BAS program, is actually going to be the person hooding them this year, and it's going to be very exciting. Yeah.
Okay, now people in the audience will notice that in addition to the cap and gown, some students will be wearing various regalia. And have you brought some
I
with
have.
you? Why don't you show us?
So the first piece of regalia we have right here, it is actually the PTK cords. And PTK actually stands for Phi Theta Kappa, and that's our honor society. Students are invited into Phi Theta Kappa, and then at graduation they get to wear these special cords. And then we also have our honor students who get a 3.5 GPA or above, and they get to wear these lovely gold cords to distinguish them. And then we have our high honor students who have a 3.85 or above GPA. So they get to wear this lovely stole, and there's a select few of them. I mean, these are our brightest students, so it's very exciting that they get this distinction. And then I also brought a diploma cover just to show this off. So everyone who attends the ceremony and walks across stage will actually get one of these to display their diploma in once they get it in the fall.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now that's just part of the program. Now what else will people see at this year's graduation?
So I supervise students, so I am personally very excited to see that we're having 2 student speakers this year. We're having a BAS graduate who's actually speaking, and then we have our president of the student body, Michelle Yeager, who's speaking. Okay. And then we have an alumna of the year who's also speaking, and we have beautiful musical performances. We have the Desert Thistle bagpipes, the CBC concert band, and then also the CBC Free Forum. So we're really excited about all those performances as well.
Sounds like a great ceremony.
Yeah.
Now there's sections for the disabled.
Absolutely. At the graduate talk through, so we have an info session for all of our graduates, and that's going to be on June 16th at noon or at 6 p.m. at night. So they can come to either one, but they'll be told about those special sections for family and friends. So if you know a graduate, you can definitely talk to them about that. Okay. But also, if you just want to show up at the ceremony, an usher will be able to help you.
Okay, and finally, for those people that would like to go to the ceremony but can't do it, is there another option for them to see it?
Absolutely. We always have family and friends who are out of town at the time of graduation. So we provide a live streaming of the ceremony on our website.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah. So they just go to columbiabasin.edu.
Go to columbiabasin.edu and then go to the web calendar, and there'll be a link on the web calendar for the viewing of the graduation ceremony.
Great. Alice, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
June 17th at 7 p.m. at the Toyota Center, this year's Columbia Basin College commencement exercises. Thanks for being with us. See you next time on Campus to Community.